All right, there we go. And now it's set. Good afternoon, Taurus. This is David with Divination Nation, and we are bringing you your relationship reading for the month, well, I should say for the week of June 22nd to June 29th. Now, what I am going to do at this point is I am going to draw an animal spirits card. And this is something new that I'm going to be doing, which will describe the first row of relationship cards. Then I'm going to draw the second row, draw another animal spirits card, and place it over here on this side, which will give us a dynamic between the two people, or between you and these other parties. Then I will take from the Rider-Waite, placing them in between each row, and that'll give us an idea of what's going on in the spread, but also on each row itself. So we are going to first start off with an animal spirits deck, and to see if any animal spirits are around. Okay, so I'm just going to draw the buffalo on this one. This is about walking a spiritual path within the physical plane, okay? And the wolf on the bottom, basically denoting the idea that there is a need to let go of control. So perhaps there is something having to do with you being in a situation, perhaps, where there was control that was being necessitated, or feeling like there was a necessity for control to be taking place. Now, I am going to look at the animal spirit to see what buffalo represents and to see how that ties into the reading after I pull these cards. We're going to get an idea of what's going on here. Okay. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. See, I kind of get the feeling of nostalgia here. And when I was thinking about your reading, I had the idea of something along the lines of things weighing heavy on your shoulders. Shoulder pain. Right here. So, that got me thinking. What is Taurus thinking about, right? And it kind of makes me think that, look it, this is a bull, right? Or a buffalo, I should say. Now, kind of gives me the idea that this is you. You in the physical world trying to walk a spiritual path, okay? That's, I believe, what the buffalo stands for in the upright. All right. Abundance. So, yeah. So you're thinking about abundance. You're thinking about good times. Thinking about those times when you were able to manifest exactly what you wanted. Do keep in mind that in those times, you were in a state of gratitude. Now, gratitude is the attitude to have. Because when you have gratitude, the universe understands that you are in receptive mode for more. So, what else is coming through, Spirit? Has to do with unconditional giving and receiving, right? The affection that you once had, the nostalgia behind that giving and receiving of affection and love and abundance is what you're having nostalgia of. So then I am giving the idea that this is you here. Now, these roles could be switched, but I'm very much certain that they won't be in this situation. All right, so talking, interested, conversing more, awaiting messages arrive, awaited messages arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. Don't really get the energy of hoovering here. However, what I am getting is conversing more. Perhaps finding out how to get back to this area of giving and receiving, manifesting exactly what you want, and something about making healthier choices in life so that you can actually reach that abundance, okay? This is what we're talking about here. Making those healthier choices in love and in life. And a lot of that has to do with having self-love and self-care. Taurus, a lot of the times you spend so much of your resources on other people. And you do not care enough about yourself. So, let's see what the buffalo spirit has for us. It is an earth creature. And I want to go ahead and read the insights as to what is the energy of earth. The suit of survival and instinct. The earth creatures represent our relationships with fears and habits. So maybe there's something of a fear around making the wrong choices, therefore that has manifested into your reality. In general, the creatures of this suit are grounded, dependable, and supportive. However, since they are so drawn to routine, they often become stuck in their ways. Perhaps you've become stuck in this phase of losing out on your abundance as opposed to manifesting it. So, several earth cards indicate that consciousness remains rooted in the material plane. Therefore, it is necessary to walk a more spiritual path while you're on this material plane. It's referred to in yoga as the gross realm. This means practical concerns, money, home, work, family, are at the forefront of the mind, not leaving room for much else. Movement and exercise are especially helpful to counter the stagnant or stuckness that can accompany excess earth energies. Now, it does kind of bring to mind that maybe some of you Taurans are suffering from some type of ailment, and makes me want to bring out my astrology page. So, if we know that Taurus is in, if we know that Uranus is in Taurus, and we know that various different things can result as a result of planets being in Taurus, then I want to go ahead and see exactly what Uranus in Taurus is all about. Because then we can get a very good idea of what's going on. So, you also have Mars in Taurus as well. Mars is about the blood, the muscles, and the bile. Some of you guys might be having issues with your blood, your muscles, or your bile. Maybe not being able to move very much, maybe some inflammation of the muscles, maybe hot blood, or having your blood run hot. People that make your blood boil. That's kind of a weird message there, but okay. So we're gonna go ahead and go into here, and we're gonna go ahead and see what Uranus represents in context to health, because I don't have it on this page, but it would be very good to actually put it there. I mean, there's an extra line. Alright, so Uranus rules circulatory system, also connected to the gonads and the pineal gland. So something about your health, something surrounding your pineal gland, something about awakening. Or maybe awakening something having to do with your spiritual path. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set this off to the side real quick. And we're going to go ahead and go to the buffalo. The buffalo is one of those creatures that requires you to be grounded. It says it's grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. So the hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise towards heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss. Right? We talk about bliss in this card. And that bliss, you can only experience that when it comes to abundance. So, from time to time, and we may allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. When it's in balance, it's trusting and it has pure presence. When out of balance, it's restless and lacks gratitude. We talked about gratitude as well. So both the abundance card and the buffalo card are talking about gratitude. To bring this into balance, there's a necessity for prayer. It's called bhakti. So, Taurus, one of the healthier choices that you can make both in love and in life is to have gratitude. Now, why is it necessary to have an attitude of gratitude? Because then it opens you up to the abundance. And once you're open to the abundance aspect of things, what ends up happening is you start having the ability to open up your third eye. As you open up your third eye, what ends up happening is you have the ability to connect to source. And when you connect to source, you have the ability to know what is going on. That is the spiritual connection. Now, something's telling me, what do horns represent, right? Horns, they sound the alarm. However, I am going to look up what horns mean. Okay. So if we look at the spiritual meaning of horns, it's a wake-up call. Hearing a horn can be a wake-up call from the universe, and that is urging you to do what? Okay. It's a call to awareness. So whether it is the horn of a train or a car, the loud and unmistakable sound can serve as a wake-up call for individuals who may be stuck in their routines or unaware of their surroundings. Hearing a horn can be a reminder to pay attention to the present moment, to be fully present in one's life, and to be open to the messages that the universe is trying to convey, as you can see here. Very interesting. Something about a horn. And a wake-up call, and connection to your pineal gland and the source. Another spiritual meaning of the horn is that it can symbolize a call for change and transformation in one's life. So, whether it's a call to pursue a new career, end a toxic relationship, or make a significant life change, hearing a horn can be a sign that it's time to take the next step in one's journey. So, have any of you been hearing horns? If you have, pay attention to that. Pay attention to your thoughts that are going on in that moment. Alright, let's get an idea of the other person. So, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. I'm not getting very much of a third party interference here. However, I do feel like some of you Taurans are dating now, and you guys are waiting for messages to arrive. Now, in the meantime, while you wait for messages to arrive, the best thing to do is to focus in on your spiritual path. Do realize that this person has many options. This person who you're dealing with is, or maybe, stringing you along for your abundance. We'll go ahead and get clarification here once we draw the Rider-Waite. Now, I also want to read the description for the wolf, because the wolf in the upside down, or the wolf in the reverse, I should say, speaks about the energies of expecting other people to fall in line with you, whatever it is that you have going on. Now, that basically tells me that there's a necessary need for practicing letting go. If you feel like this person should fall in line, or these people should fall in line with your dictates, that means you're being judgmental and dominating, which means that your energy is out of balance. Because when it is in balance, that means that it's going to be reliable, democratic, and fearless. And the people will follow you with that energy. This is the guardian of family, tribe, activism, and ritualism. So, if we go ahead and continue more, then we'll find that you're going to have to be strategic about this, right? This person, they want to take a chance, or these people, they want to take a chance. However, there is something holding them back. They are not showing their true hand, and Taurus, I know you see that. I know you feel that, okay? Ooh, something just flipped itself around. And right as I was getting this karmic relationship card and this date. So, actually there's two of them that flipped themselves around. Cool. You might be dealing with a karmic relationship, or you might be moving or walking or kind of looking at a karmic relationship from a more spiritual perspective. Regardless, this introspection is going to cause a change in you. Now, because these two cards are upside down, and cards never come upside down unless they flip themselves like they did here, there is a necessary need for you to understand how to get rid of or how to let go of outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head about somebody that you may have liked, or maybe somebody who you feel you wanted to date. Now, this is not all of you. This seems kind of like for a specific set of you. However, I do want to go ahead and put that back in and see what actually comes out for talking. Because we get interesting conversation and you're awaiting messages to arrive, and perhaps maybe this will help you be into a positive mindset. Very interesting that that card came out. So, self-indulgence. Focus on the self. Focus on your self-worth. If there's a lot of you who are experiencing some type of ailment, then it's time to heal. Now, I do want to go back with the meaning of, the energy of Uranus, and I want to go a little bit more into the health aspect of it. It deals a lot more with new perspectives, new ideas, and new concepts in terms of the mind. When it comes to the anatomical body part, then you're dealing with the neck, the thyroid, and the metabolic system. Now, understand that when it comes to your metabolic system, this is how your body converts various different aspects like food into energy, your energy into work or productivity, and this is something that's going to need time to take to heal, okay? I mean, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but you are in a specific cycle of understanding yourself and understanding your own unique energy and nature. So now, I do want to go ahead and shuffle these cards here and find out what the animal spirits have for you. And what the animal spirits have for this other person. Now, or these other people. I feel like these other people are healing as well. So, some of them might be angry. However, I feel like many of them are trying to trust their intuition too. And all of you, in some way, shape, or form, are tuning into these higher frequencies. The dragonfly, if you look through its wings, has this connotation of iridescence to it. And so both of you looking at this situation might be thinking, okay, what's real and what's not? Okay? What is the case and what isn't? And as you're questioning this other person has the flightiness of what would be the horse energy. I'm going to go ahead and read the horse energy here, just to give you an idea of what you're dealing with in terms of this other person. The horse, momentum, freedom, expansion, energy, and force. So the horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. It provides us with momentum, so reliable, so supportive, that you can ride on its back towards any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Physical stamina, exercise, and mental focus, meditation, are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. So, when it's in balance, it achieves anything and it never gives up. Sounds like a Taurus to me. When it's out of balance, it runs away and it feels weak. So to bring it into balance, strength training. Now, for those of you who are interested in strength training, or for those of you who are interested in learning how to get yourself moving again, make sure to pay attention to my personal channel, where I show you how to work out in the environment that you're in. So let's go ahead, and I'll go ahead and have the link right there in the description as well, as soon as this video is finished. So now we're going to draw from the, oh, look at that. So we're talking about getting over disappointments, and we're talking about training. There's a necessary need for you to understand that this is a training module. This reality that we live in, this matrix, is a training module for our souls. Spirit, what do you have? Alright, so in that, there is a necessity for you to work hard in creating these memories that you remember, recreating these memories that you remember to reach your abundance. What else do you have for a spirit? What do you have for the Taurus Collective? Okay, so having a vision, right? We talked about the idea of understanding where it is that you need to go, or understanding the mindset that you need to have, right? Gratitude is one of the necessary mindsets to move yourself into. So, let's see what else. What else do you have for us, Spirit? What do you have for the Taurus Collective? Ooh. Okay, so it stopped on the page, the Ace of Pentacles. Now, what does this Ace of Pentacles have to do with? Okay, alright. So, how is anything supposed to materialize in this reality when you are being apathetic to the choice, or to the chances that the universe is handing towards you? Now, to the choices too, possibly, because there's 4 cups here. When you're looking at these 3 cups and you have that 1 cup behind you, it can be very hard to understand what your choices are that are to be made. We're talking about the idea of making healthier choices in love and in life. Well, the universe is actually trying to show you what those choices are. Something has to do with unbalanced giving and receiving. Perhaps you gave too much and you weren't getting enough. And you close off your mind to the opportunities of receiving something, right? So, go ahead and shuffle this one more. Okay, give us another card, Spirit, about these talking and conversations, and let us know what this conversation is about. Let us know what conversations they need to have with people, and what kind of conversations, what kind of results will come from this conversation. Okay, so the reason why was because Taurans like to be abundant. This card here is run by Venus. The Empress is actually a representation of the Tauran energy at its finest. So, and see, it actually was wanting to flip itself in the upright. So, we're going to go ahead and put it in the upright. The Empress is the abundance from which everything else in the tarot gets its energy from. We got the Magician right there at the bottom. So, what do you need to work on, Taurus? What is it that you need to develop in your life in order to understand how to reach this abundance? Well, the one card that sticks out to me is right there, the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is basically telling us that in order for you to create this abundance, you have to have a vision of where you want to be at. You're going to have to work hard at it, and this will work on a physical level. Could be something to do with your health and exercise. But I very much feel that there needs to be a push in walking a more spiritual path. If we take the magician and understanding that it takes time for the magician to actually reach its goals, then it's a necessity for you to understand that you need to get moving on making healthier life choices. Dealing with people that have many options, dealing with people that only focus on themselves. This is energy that you do not need to be dealing with, first off. And second off, there is a necessity for you to understand that there are better relationships there in the future. You just need to learn how to let go properly. I am going to go and read the Dragonfly because I feel like that is the last portion of your reading here. And the Dragonfly, it deals with the air suit. So the creatures of the air element move quickly and decisively. They are known to see more than others, and this can lead to powerful and discerning qualities. Now, I very much feel like this is focusing in now on that Uranian energy, but the pineal gland, as opposed to the body parts. Air creatures love movement and mobility, but the speed at which they move often leaves them ungrounded, hence why the buffalo is there. Several air cards indicate too much movement and not enough earth. So you have a lot of earth, now you need some air energy in there. Some people describe this as living in the head rather than the body. In your case, it's living too much in the body and not enough in the head. It's difficult to make big decisions or remember our greater purpose when we lose our groundedness. So, if this air energy starts to take its effect, you can count on the buffalo energy and the horse energy to help you get back to your groundedness center. So do whatever you must to reconnect to the physical realm. Slow walk to nature will help get your feet back on the ground. I feel like a lot of you Taurans have been doing that, walking a more physical path. So let's go over here to the air suit, and we're going to find out what the energy of the dragonfly is for. See, dragonfly, come out wherever you are. We need your information. Master of light, illusion, and the mind. So the dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, and it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and your perception. And I'm hearing my ear ringing right now, so I'm hearing let go. Let go. Let go. Let's go. Interesting. That would be this energy here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get started. And that Empress is looking at me too. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. Oh boy. Okay. Continuing. Is your mind restless or is it still? Dreamlike or clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so that the light of wisdom can shine through. In this case, I feel like it's time for you to open up your mind. Because when your mind opens up, you're going to be able to see clearly, you're going to be joyful, and you're going to be magical. When it's out of balance, you won't be able to concentrate, and you'll have a busy mind. To bring this into balance, focus on your breath. Okay? that is the ability for you to become grounded in your own energy. And notice the nose knows. That's kind of the idea that I'm getting here. They're both looking at something, except one's looking forward and the other one's looking at you. That kind of gives me the idea that this other person is looking at you while you're looking forward. It's best to understand the perception of others by kind of taking a look at other people and find the one that's looking at you. So, with that being said, thank you for being here, Taurus. I hope that you liked your reading. To help me out with the algorithm, like, share, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff. And I will go ahead and see you on the next reading.